What we're going to talk about in this video is something that I consider to be kind of fun to deal with in Outlook, and definitely something that can be very productive and help you to be more productive. In preparation for that, I'm going to go ahead in my inbox here and create a new folder. So we right click on the inbox. I'm going to call this Audition. Click OK. What I want to happen, I'll describe to you the scenario here of what I'd like to happen, and then I'll show you how we make that happen. I would like that I sell training online on eBay. And anytime I get training that is related to Adobe Audition, I want that, as you can see here, this gets kind of messy in my inbox. And I would like to have any communication whatsoever that has to do with Audition, I want that to be put in this Audition folder automatically. Now, obviously, I can go in there and I can click and drag and set an email in that Audition folder. But that's kind of lame because, I might get several of those every day, and I'd rather have it where Outlook would do that automatically for me. And you do that. This is just one example of something that can be accomplished with rules. Let's first go up to Tools, then we'll go down to Rules and Alerts. And you can see that I've already got several that occur here automatically, but I'm just going to go New Rule, and I'll walk you through the process. You've got different types of tasks that you want to occur, and you specify what makes those occur and what happens and what's going to trigger it. So first off, one of the more common things is move messages with something like maybe from someone, from a specific person, with specific words in the subject. Move messages sent to a distribution list. All of this, different options. I'm going to select move messages with specific words in the subject to a folder. And this is step 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell it right now what those specific words are. And you can click, see how specific words is underlined and it's in blue. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And so it says, okay, what specific words, what phrase do you want me to add to this? And I'll just put the word audition and add that. Click OK. And then I could go ahead and select the specified folder right here, but I'll go ahead and click next first. And this is just kind of redoing things. Which condition do you want to check? With specific words, I could make extra selections here if I wanted to. So you can, by any means, you can get this rule as finite as you want it to be. You can specify all kinds of things for that. Let's go ahead and do next. And this is where we specify what do we want to happen. Now, the reason that I'm showing you this is because, again, back a couple of screens there, I could have specified on the same screen all of this information. So I'm just showing you here where you would do it separately. And not only, I could have specified the specific folder, but another thing this allows me to do is select multiple things to be done when that event occurs. Let's say I want to have it moved to a specific folder. I also want to have it forwarded to a specific person, another email address, or flag it for follow-up, or automatically print it, play a sound, all kinds of stuff that I can have Outlook do for me just because I get an email with, a specific word in the subject. So let's specify the folder now where we want to put this. In my inbox in Audition, click OK. So I'm telling it essentially what to do with messages that match this criteria. I go next, and then I can list some exceptions. So for example, except from a specific person, or if it had other specific words in it, in the sender's address, all kinds of things. And you can go through here and just, figure out if there's a way that you can get that exclusion as exact as you would want it. I'll click next again, and let's call this Move to Audition. And then I want to select this option right here. Run this rule now on messages already in the inbox. If I don't turn that on, then what's going to happen is Outlook is going to apply this rule to all future messages. So as soon as something comes in, Outlook will run the rule And, if it matches that criteria, it's going to go ahead and move the message. But this tells Outlook, I've got probably a lot of messages in my inbox already that meet the criteria, and I want you to run this rule on them right now. So let's go ahead and turn that on, and we'll click Finish, and you're going to see a bunch of messages get dropped over. I'll click OK, and they got moved out of here. And now, if I go to Audition, I've got those messages in the Audition folder. So that is the way rules work. You specify certain criteria, and then whenever a message comes in and it matches that criteria, you specify what you want done. And you saw there you got a lot of options. You can have things moved, you can have them deleted, you can have them printed, you can have all kinds of things done. I definitely recommend that you play with rules because it's a really good time saver. It can really help you to be more efficient and more organized.